Hi everyone, my name is Soumya Mishra and I'm the co-founder CEO of MeraTutor.AI. In this video, we are going to teach you how you could generate workbooks on MeraTutor.AI. Now, if you are a K-12 student, a parent of a K-12 student, a school leader, a tutor, a teacher, you need to pay attention. Now, practice makes a student perfect, and on MeraTutor.ai, you could create unlimited worksheets using AI based on school recommended textbook and school recommended curriculum. Now, let me show you how in matter of few seconds, you could create workbook on any subject in any language using MeraTutor.ai. So let me take you to MeraTutor.ai dashboard. So in here, if you go to the workbooks tab, you can see that there are many workbooks already lined up in here. I'll explain the color code as well. So we'll do that once we get there. But for now, you can see that there are all these different workbooks for different subjects like arithmetic, English, civics, geography, Hindi, and French. Yeah. So how do you generate those, right? So when you come to the workbook section, there is this button called generate workbook. You need to create on it and you get two options. One is creation of workbook from your course, the one that you have uploaded, or without a course, right? So I'll first show you how you can create a workbook without a course, and then I'll teach you how to do it from your course that you uploaded to the system. So click on without a course when you do that. So you can also expand the screen, and here you can see that we got different countries. So based on countries, you can choose which country and curriculum you want to go with for the workbook creation. So for now, I'm going to click on India. And when you do that, click on next, and you can choose the boards right here. And the boards are CBSE, ICSE, State Board, and IB. So you could choose, for instance, CBSE in this case. And here you can choose the grade of the child. So my son goes to grade 9 now. So I'm going to choose grade 9. And here it gives you the option for different subjects: physical education, art education, science, maths, everything, right? So let's click on social science and click on next. And now the AI is going to research the curriculum for CBSE grade 9. And you can see that it has been able to provide the list of all the chapters based on the CBSE. So right now I'm going to click on constitutional design, poverty as a challenge. So, you always can select more than one chapter or maybe focus on one chapter. It's totally up to you. It's always a good practice when you are teaching your child or you are learning as a student. You practice as much as you can. So MeraTutor.ai allows you to practice as much as you want to, right? So let me click on physical features of India for now and click on next. And in here, you can choose the difficulty of the paper. So I'm going to choose on medium. You could choose easy, hard, based on how you want to do it. You can also name your workbook. You can customize it, and you can also decide the number of questions. So all the way up to 100, just like Quizu. So in here, I'm going to maybe just go with 10 questions in the interest of time, and I'll let AI decide. I can also choose the exact type of questions I need in the workbook. So when you click on choose types, the system allows you to choose the type of question. So the type of question are very short answer, short answer, long answer, MCQs, HOTS, fill in the blanks, assertion, reasoning. Now these are all based on the question types that CBSE asks in their assessment types. So you could do that. Also, you could upload a paper. What this means is that if you have a specific question paper, you can upload it to MeraTutor.ai, and based on that question paper, we design the worksheet, right? So that's a very interesting feature because every school might have their own set of papers. So, if you upload it, our AI language system would know what kind of questions to generate. So you could try that. For now, I'm going to let AI decide, and I've chosen 10 questions and I click on generate. Now, once you do that, we should get our worksheet done in a few seconds. So as you can see, social science grade 9, this workbook is the one that we are working on, and yes, it's ready. You'll get a notification. So you click on preview on this workbook and you'll be able to see the different questions based on what we selected. So we let AI decide. So we have section A, which is the MCQ, and then we have section B, which is the fill in the blanks. And then we have assertion reasoning as section C, and short answer, and also hot. So it's kind of mix of everything. Now remember, we are trying to generate a workbook for CBSE, so that's the pattern. So MeraTutor takes care of everything, your board, your subject, your languages, and you could generate unlimited practice workbook on MeraTutor.AI. Now also, the workbook that you generate will have the answer keys, because they are important if you have to verify what you answer against the workbook. So if I hit the option called show answers, you will see that the same workbook now has answers to every question. So this is a very important feature for somebody is trying to teach a student, or teach their child, or if you are a student, you get the answers for every workbook that you create on MeraTutor.AI. So you could match your answers once you attempt it on MeraTutor.ai. Now you can download the PDF. If you want to download the question sheet, you can download it and you can print it using a printer. And once you do it, so yeah, I just downloaded the answer sheet, a question sheet. So let's look at it. So this is how it looks. If you download it, you will be able to print this question sheet and provide it to your student, write it yourself, or provide it to your child. And that is where the handwritten practice is gonna shape up your child's learning in a great way, right? So in India, schools rely on handwritten exams. So it is important that they get handwritten practice. And on MeraTutor.ai, we make that possible. Now, once the child attempts this workbook, plus point is, or should I say our USP is that MeraTutor.ai would be able to even assess the handwritten answers. So we'll talk about that cool feature in another video. So for now, this is how you could download this handwritten ready worksheet on MeraTutor.ai. Now also, if you want to use the school recommended textbook to design a workbook, you could do that. So if all you have to do is like go to courses, and in courses you can select any subject you want. For example, I'll click on geography, and on geography you want to select the chapter that you want to create the workbook on. So in this case, I'll select agriculture for this demonstration. I click on the workbook for chapter 4, agriculture, and now I'm ready to create the workbook. You could also multi-select the other chapters if you want to. So, if there's a midterm coming up or your final examination coming up, you could actually practice workbook from all the chapters that are going to be a part of the examination. So here I'm going to also select few more chapters like chapter 2, chapter 3 and 4, and click on next. And here I could choose the board. So if you are from ICSE, you choose ICSE, IB, IGCSE, State Board. And if you hit on other, you can also mention the specific board name. So if your board name is not mentioned here, you can try putting in your board name by selecting the board as other also. So probably I'll just switch this back to CBSE, and the difficulty can be adjusted to medium. The workbook type, again, just like quiz, you could create the workbook chapter wise, which makes sure that all the questions are from any part of the PDF chapter that you have uploaded on MeraTutor.AI. Concept wise, so if you click on concept wise, all the concepts that are being covered in the PDF are going to be shown to you, and you can choose specific concepts to create the workbook on. And then you can click on the question wise. So this covers all the questions in the PDF, and the workbook questions follow the questions that are part of the PDF, right? So for now, we'll click on chapter wise. And again, here you could choose the question types to any, upload a paper just to give MeraTutor.AI a reference that this is how I want my question paper done. You could do that, or you could let the AI decide. So I'm going to click on let the AI decide, and I can maybe do 30 questions for now. And also, if you want any additional prompts to the AI engine, there is this option called additional prompt to the AI engine. Click on it and you could provide more customization to the question workbook if you want to. For now, I'll just let it go. Click on generate, and yes, our workbook has started being generated. So if I go to the workbook section, so this is the workbook that I just created, or I'm trying to create, custom workbook 6. You can rename it to a more meaningful name. There are 30 questions, so we'll just have to wait for a few seconds and our workbook should be ready. Just let's wait for, yeah, it's ready. So again, I click on preview, and this is how the workbook looks. So we decide the timing, we decide the marks, the questions, the max mark, everything. And then there is a general instruction. And then these are the sections. Section A is MCQ. Section B is fill in the blanks. Section C is assertion reasoning, which is an important part of question papers if you are from CBSE. Section D is short answer. Section E is long answer, and so on. Of course, if you hit on show answers, you will get the answer key to this worksheet that was just now generated on MeraTutor.AI. So you could download it and get the student to appear for it. And in fact, on MeraTutor.AI, you could evaluate the handwritten response of the student and get it graded. We are going to cover that in our next video. So please do watch out that video. It's going to be very interesting. So I'm hoping that if you are a student, if you are a tutor, teacher, school leader, a parent, I'm sure this feature of generating workbooks on the go using your school recommended textbook is something that you are going to love and use. So do try this feature for free on www.MeraTutor.ai, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.